Isolation Nation. How are you? Welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Bowers. I'm very excited about today. If you want to support our show, you can always do that with Venmo in the top left-hand corner of your screen, or you can PayPal at sdscshow.com, or you can always super chat on the YouTube. We have a great show. Jody's back from shooting her movie, but before we get to that, Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how are you doing?
Woo! I'm still in Costa Rica. But
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll announce Jody and then we'll chat for a minute. But as Jen Kober would introduce our next host, it's Jody Sweet and holy shit.
Shit, I'm back. Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
Hi. I've missed my Wednesdays.
Yeah, how was the movie? Did you fall in love with Ryan Reynolds at a pizza place over Christmas break? Is that what it was about?
No, but I did fall in love with another actor at his inn that I was sent by my boss to buy. So, you know.
So very on brand. Okay.
Very on brand. But you know what? Those fucking movies make a lot of people happy, and more power to them.
I'm not shitting on it, man. I'm a big fan of Psycho Yoga Instructor, and no one else liked that movie. So we're good. You know, those movies bring people joy.
But I'm very glad to be back. It was freezing. It was snowing. It was very, very cold.
Where were you at?
We were in a little town called Huntsville, Utah, about an hour outside of Salt Lake City. Okay. Yes, I have come back Mormon. But I'm wearing my magic underwear right now, and yeah. So anyway,
I thought you said you came back with more men. That's a little different, but
I mean, tomato.
The innkeeper, I get what you're doing. I will say this. So you guys know, I've been losing weight or whatever, and which is cool. The only downside of losing, well, first I bought 34-inch pants today for the first time, since I was probably in high school,
Holy shit,
which
dude.
is unbelievable. But secondly, I am now cold all the fucking time. I was never cold in my whole life. And it's because I had like a 60-pound meat sweater on. But my point is, like, I don't know if I'm going to handle being cold. I might not be able to be this cold. I don't know. It's pretty miserable.
It's the worst.
Being fat was very crampy. Being cold is very cold. Being skinny is very cold. And I don't like it. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. Like, I don't have a stitch in my side constantly all the time just from being fat. But now I'm cold. So I don't know which is tomato, I guess. Anyway. We had a fun overnight game, if we want to tell that. Are we there yet? I can't remember.
Sure.
We're there, right? Yeah, we're at the overnight. Also, by the way, throw your topics in during the comic sets. Throw in topics. We will pick some topics. We'll vote on them. And then we've got 3 people from last week that are picking topics for this week. And then there's a meme contest at the end. So make your memes, your shitty doodles, whatever digital art you want to do. You send that to Taylor. What's the address, Rach?
It's sdscshow@gmail.com. And today, special, please send us charts and graphs because your favorite Gooch is one of the comics tonight. So
charts and graphs for Tyler Gooch. I like it. So the overnight game was what are bad greeting cards? What are bad greeting cards? Right. So let's see. 70 Ibanez had my second favorite was 70 Ibanez had the front says for your birthday. The inside says at least we think it's your birthday because that's what it said on the note on the blanket. Fun way to tie. You're not only adopted, you were dropped off. Okay. Just give it.
Yeah. Instead of Grubhub, Grub Child. I don't know how that would work.
Grub Bub.
That's how you get a brother. Yeah, Grub Bub.
Right, yeah.
But my favorite was Andrew Kerr. The outside says Santa came down your mom's chimney last night. The inside says your mom and I are getting a divorce. Anyway, I thought that was a good one. I like that a lot. So, as Rachel said, we do have 2 great comics with us today.
Yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, a couple things. So first we got Night King, but then also, so I'm in Costa Rica, and on Monday, Kevin and I went to this, like, thermal hot springs. There's a volcano. Why are you going to put me on the spotlight? There's a volcano that, like, is there, and then he asked a question, so... All right, that's enough attention.
No, take it.
I want to.
Spend 3 full minutes laughing at or smiling at Rachel and clapping. Congratulations, Rachel.
Thank you so much.
Happy for you. Very happy for
Yeah.
you. Nice work.
Thanks so much.
That's amazing.
Nice.
It was very sweet.
We're very happy for you.
And
Good job.
so Night King, let's transition to that. It was
Cowboy.
It was Engage a Host. And the winner was Kevin. Great job.
Yes.
He's the Night King for engaging the host.
The Night King. Right.
He nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, after, yeah, he did. Exactly. I was gonna say, I mean, I hope so. After giving you a ring.
Y'all ever fucked in a volcano?
Oh, all I could think of was like, holy shit, he didn't drop the ring down the volcano. Like that's my next Hallmark movie. That's what it is.
Journey for the Lost Ring.
Right.
That's
Smeagol
hilarious.
just snatches out of his hands.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Lord of the Rings, Joe versus the volcano sort of mashup.
The girl turns into whatever his name is, Gollum, when she finds it. My precious.
Right, yes.
Yep.
But it was so the Night King game was Cowboy, a TV show, and first I really liked Frankie Berman's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Betty.
Nice.
Also, Frank Berman, you and Megan Luce need to hang out because you both had the exact same entry of Cobra Yippee-Ki-Yay.
Nice.
But my favorite goes to Megan's, I don't know why, The Real Horsewives of the OK Corral.
The real horsewives, because they're fucking horses. We haven't fucked a horse in a lot of episodes, but that is fucking Desperate Horsewives is very funny. God damn it.
So congratulations, Megan. You're the Night King winner.
Desperate Horsewives. Oh my God. Okay, I love it. We got two great comics as always. Again, congratulations, Rachel. So happy that you can have those arms in your life for the rest of your life. All right, Tyler Gooch is here. Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Any big news? You got a new kid coming? You engaged for a second time or something, or what's going on?
No, really kind of stole my thunder. That happened right before my intro.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Yeah, Rachel's like, oh, my life's going great. Also, here's Tyler Gooch. It's fun. I don't know. I feel like the show's kind of come to a halt now that I'm.
Oh, go with your strengths, Tyler. That's what I was saying. All right, Jen Kober's here too. Jen, how you doing?
Ta-da! Yes, I'm fantastic. I am.
Holy shit, it's Jen Kober.
Jen Kober from American Horror Story? Holy fuck.
How fucking weird. Anyway, sorry. I just had to say that. Okay. Oh, wow.
Somehow when you say it, it's not as annoying. When Ben says it's annoying, and we've been there, but when you say it, Jen, we think it's funny.
That's
Isn't it
adorable,
Well,
isn't it? Because I'm a
anything that
cherubic
comes
little
out of Ben's
person.
mouth.
That's true, Joe. You're not
It's just
wrong.
noise in Ben's mouth. You're like, oh, God, here we go. No, I'm kidding.
Jody, I'm an angel. I'm an angel. You'll
You and me both.
Now, Jen, when we've hung out with Jody a bunch now. What's great is that she has a bunch of crazy ass stories from when she was, kind of a problem child. And like my favorite part is as she like does something dickhead in a restaurant, someone has to go, was that Jodie Sweetin from Full House? That just fucking like that's my favorite thing of all time. That she was just ruling around the world for 10 years, just being a monster to people. Was that America's sweetheart, Jodie Sweetin, that just threw my spaghetti on the floor and called me a piece of shit?
Or like the time that I pulled the general manager of Cipriani in New York's hair, as I thought it would be funny as I walked by, and then proceeded to get kicked out. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time. And somebody was like, "What the fuck did Jodie Sweetin just do?" And I did it because he had come over and was talking to some friends. I pulled his hair, ran into the bathroom and hid, and there were just two enormous bouncers outside like, ma'am, you need to come out now.
Right. And what I'm saying is there were people waiting in line for that bar. The next day we're like, dude, last night we were at a bar. I don't know what happened, but Jodie Sweetin got thrown the fuck out. They're like, Jodie Sweetin from Full House? We're like, fuck yeah, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It could be worse. You could be Kimmy. I mean, this is you're very.
Well, look, I love AB. AB is.
I don't know her. I don't know her as a human being. I just know
she's an amazing human being, but
I'm sure she is. I bless her heart. I'm a Southerner.
But I definitely it bless her heart. Right, exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah, I did have one fun joke on our text thread a couple weeks ago when they said, "Oh, Jodie's gonna be out for the next couple weeks, and do we want to do a guest host?" And I said, "Well, is Candace Cameron available? We could call her maybe." I didn't know. Maybe she would come on our show. You think she'd do okay on SDSC, or how would her?
Oh God.
I mean, I feel like if you really wanted to solidify the fact that you're going to hell, then that would be the guest.
Look, hey, listen, y'all.
Or you could bring up weird things about noodles like her brother, but
let me just say this: Jesus died for your sins. Don't mock him by not committing them. Okay? out there and sin it up.
Yeah, it's kind of,
Right?
it's kind of like here's one of my rules. I will be the designated driver anytime someone needs to be. That's not a problem. I have no problem being the responsible one for a night. But let me say this: if I'm the designated driver, you better be fucking drunk. Because if at the end of the night you go, I can drive home, I'm punching you in the face. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm saying. If you're gonna be a sinner, Jesus didn't die for nothing.
I agree. Embrace, make your mess your message.
I like it. I like it.
I'm a trash can, not a trash can't. I love it. All right. Why don't we get to the video front row? I think it's time for them. So turn on those cameras. I love you guys so much. So here we go. Video front row. I'm very excited for this. For a very fun Wednesday. So
What a great group.
we got some. Oh, we got a great looking front row. I've heard some laughs and sighs already, so I know some people that are here, but I don't know everybody that's here. Oh my gosh. First up, one of our favorite people. It's Claus Santas, everybody.
It's
Claus
Wednesday.
Santas, how are you?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Well,
Wednesday.
we fuck it up on
Even
Wednesday
I've
sometimes.
been here for 2 weeks. It's Wednesday.
I may
Today
have gotten
is
a private
past
message from
civil.
Claus that said, please fuck up my name because my friend's watching. So I'm
Okay.
helping Claus.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not just a
got it.
dick.
Okay.
I'm not
All
just a
right.
dick. I do what I'm told. I'm a nice person. Sarah Green's are good to see you. Claus, Sarah Green is here. How are you doing, Sarah? Good to see you. That looks like a virtual background of a Christmas tree. Is that okay? Cool,
Yep.
cool. Do you have
Yeah,
have
not
an
a whole lot
uglier?
of
Do you just have an
effort.
uglier tree in your real house, and that's a virtual background, or do you not have a tree at all?
No tree. I do have a singing deer head with a kissing ball on the head.
Right, there you go.
Dear
I
head.
call that a bottle of Jägermeister, but whatever makes you sing. Frank Berman's here. Good to see you, Frankie Berman. How are you? Good to see you.
Doing all right.
Doing all right. Doing all
Yay.
right. Cool. Cool. I like the orange
That's my
sweater.
name.
Hey, Steph Andrews is here. Steph, how you doing, Steph? And in
All right.
Australia. Yeah.
When are you ever a designated driver? That would be fun to really see.
No, I've been a designated driver before. I mean, a lot of stuff has to go terribly wrong. One time I did have to have my car towed home an hour from a wedding because there were no cabs, and I called AAA and had them tow my car home because I was drunk. It was because I had like 400-mile tows. So I called them. I'm like, I'd like to use one of my 100-mile tows. And like, what's wrong with your car? I'm like, I'm drunk. They're like, we can't tow you because you're drunk. I'm like, well, you can tow me now or in an hour when I wrap this motherfucker around a tree. They said, and we'll be there in 20 minutes.
You still sit in the car and pretend to steer.
Yeah, I did. We got pulled over. I got a DUI. You can still get a no WI even if you're in a tow truck. It's weird.
Holy shit. And also, real quick, Steph just booked her America trip, so she's coming to visit us in
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Boom.
welcome to the shit
Where's your
show.
Where's your first stop, Steph? Where's your coming first? Where are you flying into?
Thanks to Anna, I'm properly going to Seattle.
All right.
There's an embarrassing story behind it that I don't need to share here.
She thought
no.
Seattle is in Pennsylvania.
No, you didn't.
Fuck you, Taylor!
You're not gonna let that one
Yes, she
down.
did. Yes, she did.
Wait.
I bet there aren't too many Americans that could point out where shit in Australia is. So you should not feel
Yeah.
that.
That's very true. I mean, there's a lot of Americans that don't know that Seattle's not near Pennsylvania as well.
Yeah.
So, it's,
Yeah.
look, I'm not blaming you.
But Bowers, I am going to Vegas.
Okay.
We'll meet you there.
Yeah.
No sound Bowers.
Serious.
What's going on with your sound, Bowers?
No sound Bowers.
Yeah, Bowers, you're not. There's no sound.
Oh shit! Sorry. I had my mic off because the thing was beeping. I was gonna say I didn't know Steph was from Derwin. That's the joke I've been trying to make.
Derwin.
Because I didn't know you were from Derwin. So anyway, it's fun that Seattle's not in Pennsylvania. Okay, Frank and Charles here. Good to see you. Angles, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are-
I
are
only
you-
know that Seattle's not in Pennsylvania because I'm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You wouldn't
Other
let
than that-
Seattle come to Pennsylvania. They wouldn't let them in. You'd be like, you Seattle people go back to Seattle. That's cool. I get
That's
it.
where they make all of the writing utensils there in Pennsylvania.
I regret putting you on screen.
Thank you and good night.
Oh.
Save some of it,
Pennsylvania.
Goose. Save
It
some.
used to be
Tell you
called
what.
Quilsylvania in the olden days.
Fuck, that's amazing. I unregret.
And after the election, Pennsylvania almost needed a sharpener. Anyway, Patrick Yoakley's here. How
Still
you
needs a
doing,
sharpener.
Patrick? Good to see you. Like what is that? A bottle of wine? That's a fun wine. Is that a bottle opener? Like in you? Okay, I like that. That's cool.
Thought it was the
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. What is that?
What's the top? It
You're
looks cool.
muted,
What is it?
Patrick.
That's a
It's a
big
telescope.
Oh shit!
Oh, we knew this. We've done
It's
this
a
before.
sex toy.
So, you know what?
Wow.
A lot of betting, Tyler.
It's a rocket, you guys. It's a
Goddamn
bazooka
bazooka.
disguised as a telescope.
Technically, yeah, it's about that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Already,
this is
we're
one of my
at the
mini scopes that I use for
10-gallon
space
All right, so
and the camera.
Oh, cool.
can you put the storm and it was terrible all the stuff that happened. But can you put the storm in perspective that happened in Kentucky? Like that was pretty legendary, right? Like 5 hours long, and it was like.
Yeah, it's very unprecedented. It is probably one of the strongest storms in record, and it is most likely going to have a record tornado on the ground, both length and time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 4 states. That's
Are you
crazy.
in Kentucky?
Nope, I'm in Oklahoma.
He's a storm chaser.
Oh, that's
though.
the Kentucky of the
A
Midwest.
hat that big from Kentucky. You gotta be touching Texas in some fucking way to even wear a hat like that.
He said Oklahoma.
Y'all don't know the rules. Y'all don't know the rules.
That's my bad. It's-
Them's the rules. You're gonna be touching Texas to even get a hat that big. I get it.
Well, if you're
That's
touching
the rule.
Texas, you have to get a hat that actually touches Texas on when it's on your head, wherever you are, like in the panhandle.
Oh Lord, he's going to hold his
Oh, he's
beer.
getting
He
some.
said.
Fine.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. What are you
And
gonna
it's got a quill.
what are you gonna be touching to wear that hat, Jen? You think is that a Louisiana hat or is that French?
That's clearly a Yankee Doodle dandy. He put the feather on his hat and called it macaroni. That's a whole different fucking thing. That's
Also,
like a gay cowboy.
drugs
That's
was
a
Yankee
fucking
Doodle
feather
on.
in the swoop.
No, this hat goes with.
That's
This
like the Three
weapon.
Musketeers.
Yeah. Do you have a hat for every weapon you have? Do you have
You need a sword that big.
Actually, I do.
Because men hit on you.
Oh, look, Patrick's off the screen.
It's not the size of the not the size of the sword, Jen. It's the size of the hat. Anyway, Brad Clark's here. Good to see you, Brad. Another poof of fart behind you. I like that. It gets better each time. Nice job.
Patrick's looking at that right now.
Congratulations on changing your Facebook status, Brad. I'm happy for you. Bex is here. Look at Bex. Is a rainbow above her head. Okay, the kids are having a good day today. Or did you finger paint that? Was that your finger paint? Or is that...
I did that, but they painted all over my wall.
Okay.
Aw.
I'll show us that. Oh shit!
Ah!
Oh, mad ones. There you go.
Good ones.
I love it. All right.
But I've got over there, I don't know if you can see it, the Mad Ones and the SDSC.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Nice.
Cool. Very cool. Good to see.
Where are you from? What's that accent? Ohio?
She's
Hartlepool.
in Bleep and Blop. She lives in Bleep and Blop,
I'm
England.
from-
Bleep and Blop.
Hartlepool.
But I'm from Leeds, it's a Yorkshire accent.
Oh, you get it. Leeds Yorkshire. Yeah,
go.
of course. Of course. She's
Yorkshire,
Leeds
I love
Yorkshire.
your pudding. Thank you so much.
It's Figgy. Tam's here. Good to see you, Tam. How are you? Good to see
Tam,
you.
and
Got out of work
Space.
early. Congratulations on your first semester, whatever, of grad school, all that shit. Good job. Nice job.
Thank you.
I hope you had the right drinks and you got through it. Good job. Nice work. Megan Luce. Is she the Night King?
Night King winner.
Yeah,
Yay.
like that pizza shirt. Come on.
It's a.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's some. Oh.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fucking
You want to hear?
bunga.
You want to hear a weird?
Oh,
bit of trivia? Weird bit
Taylor
of
just got so happy.
Yes.
Weird bit of trivia. So Chuck Lorre, who writes Big Bang Theory and was a bunch of Dharma and Greg, you know where he got his start? You know his first job was that made him money so he could become a writer? He wrote the theme song for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Hey,
That was his first big break.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yep.
Turtles.
Turtles in a Half Shell. That was Chuck Lorre. Anna D's here. Good to see you, Anna. She's going to have a topic later. I like
Yeah,
that.
she's the
Or
last
now, do you
one
have
in the
your
front
topic
row.
now? Do you have a topic now, Anna? What's your topic? You going to go
Not yet.
go on the fly later?
All right, tell us later.
All right, we'll tell you later. Do any of our people that had topics for today have throw them in yet, Rach?
So far, Stephanie Ibanez, she's not in the video front row today, but hers is what is the charity of your choice? So that'll be one of the topics that we vote on.
Okay.
Yep, and then I don't know if JP, but
JP is not here yet.
Okay, no worries. So yeah, send in those topics, and we have some generals before we get to some of the comic sets.
Did I miss somebody? I did miss somebody. Sorry. Hold on.
Is it Wendy?
Yeah.
Always.
Always Wendy.
Hey,
What's
Wendy.
up,
Good to
Wendy?
see you. Don't die.
I'm glad you got the red sweatshirt memo.
Yep. Call my agent. Is that real
If you don't
estate
wanna-
or car insurance, Jen? What agent we calling?
Really? Are we gonna fucking play that game?
I just like listen,
I
Jen.
will
Jen,
smack
what
you
this
in
comes
your
down-
mouth, boy.
well, what this is about, Jen, is I've never had an actual agent, so I'm a little nervous or jealous that I've never had an agent or a manager. You know, so.
Is that true?
Totally true. Yeah.
That's not true.
I don't know how you get one. I don't know what you do, but yeah.
I'll make some calls. I'll make.
If you found me a manager or an agent, I'd be happy because I'm flailing. I got nothing. Anyway,
I made up a fake email address for my manager and I put that on my website.
Nice.
So it's just me, but it's a different name.
There you go. I tried to get the email address hollywood@aol.com because I thought maybe AOL was old enough that Hollywood at AOL would just be available, but it wasn't. I thought that'd be fun to send people emails as Hollywood@AOL.
This is why you don't have a manager or an agent.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying I'm not an idiot.
He's like, oh, I know. I'm fully aware.
What else you got?
Also, if you're in the video front row, you get 2 topics for free. So send it to me in the chat,
And
then also
for free.
send
2
in your
memes or doodles or whatever for free. 2 of those.
whatever you want. Okay, so some generals. We had Bond said, "So incredibly happy for you, Bow Wow. You're looking great."
Thank you.
We had Miley, congratulations, Queen. Thank you. Dana, congratulations, Rachel, for your. Have fun pronouncing this one. Trousseau. Trousseau. What is that?
Tiramisu. It's a dessert.
It's definitely not tiramisu. There's no M in this. So if someone, Dana, could tell me what that is, thank you. Frankie Berman, Rachel, congrats to you and Kevin. Will Ben be officiating the wedding? I don't think we'll be having a proper ceremony, but maybe, and maybe. We'll see.
I'm also ordained, Rach. So if you just
we could have a double. We just need to get Steve ordained, then the 3 of you can be up there.
I could do a fake Christian service and Ben could do a fake Jewish service. That could be kind of fun.
Oh, but I am kind of Jewish, aren't I?
Yeah. I'm saying you're Jewish enough as much as Ben is a rabbi. I mean, it'd probably work
That's
out.
True. All right, we might come up with something.
Jewish. Yes, there you go, Jeff. Jewish.
Okay, we're ready.
All right, well, let's get to a set. He's one of our favorites. Let's do some charts and graphs. It's Tyler Gooch, everybody. Woo!
All right, you guys were talking about tiramisu. I got a massage from a person wearing a little crown one time, a tiramisu. We'll go back to the prepared material. Just a little something. I started doing this thing. Maybe you guys think it's stupid, but whenever one of my friends gets sick from eating something, I started keeping track of that so that we don't go out and to a place where they've gotten sick before. I can keep track of it. So now anytime a friend calls me and he's like, I called my friend Kevin, he was sick. So he said he got sick at this fish place. So I wrote down food poisoning and I put it in this manila folder I have for Kevin. And then my friend Sal called me. He's like, I got sick at this chicken restaurant. And so I wrote it down and put it in the Sal manila folder. I'm gonna explain to you guys the thought process behind that joke there. I saw a thing about how John Lennon got murdered by one of his fans, and so I've switched to a style of comedy that will make sure I have no fans. It's like a kind of a thing I'm trying, just safety precaution, really. I don't know. You got talking about car insurance earlier. I got in a car wreck, and I called my insurance agent. They won't cover it. I called and I explained I got in a car wreck because I was looking at a hot mom on the sidewalk, and I crashed my car, and they said they don't cover Oedipus Rex. That's something. This occurred to me the other day. I don't. It seems strange to me that we have not one but 2 constellations in the night sky named after dippers. Does that strike anybody else's? Right? Like there was one guy that was clearly very hungry as they were going through that process. One guy looked up and he's like, "You can connect these dots any way your heart seems fit." And one guy's like, "Oh, I see the Great Bear, Ursa Major. What do you guys see?" And it's like, "I see a great warrior, Orion. You can see his belt and everything there." Todd, what do you see? I was like, "This is gonna sound nuts. There's no bad ideas here. No, I can say anything I want." Does that look like a big ladle to anybody else up there? And they're like, "Yeah, I guess, Todd. You want to try again?" Todd's like, "Yeah, I'll try it. This is going to sound nuts. You guys aren't going to believe this. Does that look like a second smaller ladle over there?" Anybody else hungry? You guys want to go get some Cancer bisque or anything. They're into astrology stuff, so they would call a crab Cancer, so it'd be crab bisque. I don't know. That was a long way to go for no reason. I got a weird compliment the other day. Somebody, they told me I have the skin of like a 25-year-old. I was like, yeah, okay, like you don't have anything weird in your house, right? Like, grow up. What do you? I don't know. Have you guys ever used lambskin condoms? I don't know if anybody's ever used lambskin condoms, but I tried those recently, and I love the feel of lambskin condoms. It's the only way to actually recreate having sex with a lamb. It's about as close as you can get. Have your partner pop on a wool sweater there, and it. Okay. Let's see. We'll do another. One of my friends has this weird. Do you guys remember those like fake rabbit's feet that people used to carry around for good luck? People used to have. My friend still carries one of those around, and I don't like it. I think it's a bit of a faux pas.
Oh my god!
How does he do it? How does he continue to do it? No one likes it, and he still does it. Why? Let's see. All right, we got some graphs here. Now this is types of Western films and types of pasta. You can have a spaghetti Western. That's really about it. You can't. What kind of movie is it? It's a ZD Western? No, nobody's gonna watch that. This is types of ists on a scale of from good to bad. Most of the ists are bad. Like you're gonna arsonist, fascist, sexist, racist. So like the best case scenario is a dentist, and even then, not like nobody even really likes a dentist. That's not that good. I don't know. As I was making this, I was trying to figure out, what do you call a person that makes crepes? Because I know what you shouldn't call them. I don't know. That's just like, I was thinking about that. And this is my last graph here. This is craft store clientele broken down. You got like quilters and painters, that a small but not insignificant portion is serial killers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those people. They've got yarn all over the place. They can scrapbooking, decoupage, all that stuff. Now, people who recognize patterns might notice that this is the second version I made of this chart. You got quilters, we did painters, crafters, and we did change this to people who knit to avoid what could have been a very unfortunate misspeak there.
Oh my
God. All right. Feels as good as any place to end, so we'll. Thanks.
Tyler Gooch, everybody. Tip jar is open. You can Venmo the top left. You can PayPal at STSC.com. You can always super chat on the YouTube. So you're saying a guy who knits, who also makes crepes, we don't want to get anywhere near that.
I wouldn't touch that guy.
I think your next album should be called A Long Way to Go for No Reason. I really think. Tyler Gooch, A Long Way to Go for No Reason. I mean, I think it sells itself. I think, know.
Yeah. I mean, you get exactly what is represented in the title.
It's also a great name for a really disappointing sex tape.
Yeah. I think Long Way to Go would really oversell it.
Yeah, it's more of a short way to go. It's a short way to go for no reason. But yeah, we get the point there, Jody.
Right.
A lot of talking at the beginning. That's what I would call it.
Actually, there's more talking afterwards by going, this doesn't happen normally. This is
right. Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know, that's what I want, is a porn where the guy can't get it up and apologize for 45 minutes. That would make it hard.
That's what every time people see one of my sex tapes, like, there's a lot of exposition in here. Like, why is there all this explaining who the people are?
They're talking about your ex is in a different position. That's a different thing.
Yeah, she's in the background. How did she get in here?
Especially with that restraining order.
Right. Was she a sous chef at a pasta place that didn't get all the water out of the pasta and gets a restraining order? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. shouldn't have done that. Should have just said.
I'm
I
going
could
actually
have just
back
stood
into
here.
a long way to go for no reason. So I'm glad that
could've
you
just
did that.
stood here and said nothing.
I can't imagine your dirty talk, Tyler. When you talk to your wife before you fuck her, is it all riddles and puns, or are you?
Yeah.
It's just graphs. It's just graphs.
Yeah, there's some graphs about expectations and how we foresee this
Pie
going.
chart. Calls a pie chart.
Right. But it's just a big circle, so it looks like a hole.
Yeah.
I've done
Write
a
that down.
chart of who's gonna come while we fuck.
I mean, I feel
Somebody
like
else is going to do a little.
I feel like that's even giving some credit. You know what I mean? It's just yeah.
No, the little sliver says also me, tiny. I just didn't do it. I
Also
didn't
me,
have-
just a different color. Got
I
it.
didn't have time to put that in the graph. Rach, you got any tips coming in?
Yeah, we do. All right.
Oh, that's surprising.
They're all
just
for
the
Jen Kober, but you know. Whatever.
Tip for the other comedian, try to get her up here faster.
Cassie sent you $20 and said, Tyler, I just can't, but I have to.
Well, I'll take it either way, whether you can or can't.
Wendy tipped you and said, Tyler Gooch, king of the uncle jokes.
I've been downgraded. I used to be dad jokes. Now I've been removed from the nuclear family.
Oh, no,
She just pronounced it too fast.
Dad would
They were
imply you could get
uncool.
laid.
Right.
Yeah, Dad would imply you get laid. Those are uncle jokes.
That's
for
true.
sure.
Let's see. Cass, yes, go ahead. Send me the chat. Tam Brown tipped you and said it was the worst of jokes and the slightly less worst of jokes. All sarcasm aside, great set.
That's another
Crepe
good album
enthusi-
title.
Can we call him Crepe? How about Tyler Gooch, Crepe Enthusiast? That'd be a good name. That'd be a title for that.
Dana tipped and said nudist is a pretty good ist. Brilliant set.
Ooh, nudist.
Ooh,
I
nice.
appreciate the brilliant set part. I don't like the fact
I
checking my
think
graphs.
nudist depends on who it is being nude. You know
That's a
what I
good
mean?
point.
I'll tell you what it is. It's never the right person. That's what a nudist is. That's a nudist
You are right.
is never
That's-
the person that you want to see naked ever.
That's always my problem
It's
with
their
burlesque.
grandmother.
My problem with burlesque is the more naked you want to see someone, the less they are, and the less naked you want to see someone, the more they are. That's burlesque for me. I generally, I don't know.
Usually.
That's my own thing.
That's true. Let's see. We had Jack tip you and said, nice Oedipus joke, motherfucker.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Pretty
I
good.
got
Oedipus, but Oedipus.
Yeah, that works.
It's an ode to puss, is really what it is.
I thought Oedipus was Garfield's dog. Anyway.
Octopus would be a good name for a sex tape.
Oedipus. Oh my
My dearest vagina.
Oh, Jen, your face. You're so disappointed.
I can't believe this is how I'm spending my fucking day. Like, I'm
Jen,
laughing,
you've written.
I'm
Jen,
laughing
Jen-
at bad pussy jokes with Jody Sweet. This is
Hey.
what's happening today.
Jen, you've written an ode to puss.
This, remember, this is Jen's first intro to me. So she, like everyone else here, has had time to adjust what the fuck that means. But Jen's just like, I don't even know. This was not what I was expecting.
And also, Jen, you've written an ode to a puss. Calm down. Don't act like you haven't written.
I don't write it down. It trips off my tongue.
No, you write it with your tongue. You spell it with your tongue. I get it. I like it.
Oh, Jesus. Frankie Berman tipped Tyler, funny as always. Love the pasta Western chart.
Thank you. Got one fan for it. I'm gonna keep a running tally every time I do that joke of how many fans I have. We're at
You're not
one.
supposed to have any
It'll look
fans,
like the
right?
exact same chart.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Tyler's
let's
OnlyFans isn't plural. It's just OnlyFan. It's
Only
Brad Clark sent you $10. I'd buy the "A Long Way to Go for No Reason" t-shirt immediately.
Hey, let me send me your address.
Picture Tyler Gooch's face and it says "A long way to go for no reason." I think that's a shirt we can sell.
But it's just written in Sharpie, though. on one of his old T-shirts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the great part about it is no one knows who I am. So even wearing the shirt, you have a long way to go explaining to people who I am and why you're wearing this shirt.
Yes. Who's
Right.
Tyler Gooch? I'm going to need you to listen to this 45-minute segment of a thing just to get.
See if you still want to know after you listen.
Cass sent us the origin of Yankee Doodle. She said basically Yankee comes from the Dutch word Yankee, yonk, which meant hick or hillbilly. The term came about during the American Revolution. At the same period, there was a club in London called the Macaroni Club where rich men gathered to discuss fashion and opera and shit like that. This club was not liked by Londoners and they were just barely more acceptable to them. Basically, she said it was a way Yankee Doodle was Brits calling us gay hillbillies.
Oh, very good.
So I was not wrong.
You were not wrong. You nailed it.
Yeah. Okay.
He had a Yankee Doodle ass hat on. Nice one.
Well, I mean, the dandy part is I always assumed, but I didn't know. But couldn't they have a fucking the Macaroni Club? What do these assholes think? No wonder nobody liked them. They would have liked them had they had a better name. It's just a stupid fucking
I
name.
don't know. I think
Zini
Macaroni
Club.
Clubs are pretty
Macaroni.
cool.
I mean, that's the thing. Now, where's the crossover with the spaghetti westerns and the Macaroni Club? That's what I want to know.
Macaroni Club's a cool name for a club that discussed really boring things. You want to go down to the Macaroni Club and talk about shirts? What? The Macaroni Club.
And then right before we get to Jen's set, I got an update on Friday's episode. We are gonna have Kevin here, and we're gonna play the newlywed game thing.
Oh, there you go. All right.
We'll do that on Friday.
Amazing.
Like it.
So,
Like it.
yep. All right, we're ready for Jen's set.
All right, coming up next. Oh, to a puss herself, it's Jen Culver, everybody!
Ode to a puss herself. That scares me, y'all. So, you know that I get all of my news from the Facebook. That's what I do. Facebook, looking for the headlines. And I found this one the other night, right before I went on stage, y'all. And I screenshotted it. I mean, it's a real story. I'm gonna read it to you because this is it. Are you ready? FBI seizes over 3,000 penises during a raid at a morgue employee's home.
Oh no!
What?
FBI seizes over 3,000 penises during a raid at a morgue employee's home. It sounds like Florida, doesn't it? It sounds like Florida. It does. It's not. This is Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas, which begs the question: why is there a ban on abortion when somebody's clearly hoarding all the dicks? This seems like unnecessary legislation, is to me. Now, I clicked on the story. You know, I did. I want to have all the information. I clicked on the story, and it turns out what they kept stressing throughout the article was that he kept them in jars. Like when you hear that headline, what you're thinking is, how did he keep them fresh? I mean, did he use saran wrap or Tupperware or wax paper? No, it was glass jars, which made me go on to think it was probably pickle jars. Am I right? I feel like that's the logical step. Pickle jars is what he's using. And I'm from the South. Y'all know I'm from the South. So Southern men are very obsessed with their nuts. It's a thing. It doesn't surprise me because truthfully, if I was going to collect some part of the male anatomy, it would not be the penis. I would collect the balls. That's what I would. You can get a bunch of balls in a jar. Hell, that can be the game at your next birthday party. Guess how many balls are in my jar? You know what I'm saying? And Southern men love to talk about their balls. You will hear it all the time. If you've ever hung around a Southern man, I was talking to my brother the other day. I was telling him I was about to go on a trip and that I was getting a ride in a private plane. And my brother goes, "Private plane? Shit, Jennifer, I'd give my left nut for that." That's what Southern men say. I'd give my left nut for that. I'd give my it's a very common phrase. And I'm thinking to myself, is that a currency somewhere? There's some place just accepting left nuts for goods. Do you know what I mean? Because they always talk about that. You have never heard a Southern man say, I'd give my right nut for that. It's always their left nut. So I have a theory. And those of you women that look at nuts or men, I don't know what you're into, but if you've ever seen nuts, I feel like the left nut and the right nut hear this, okay? Right? That left nut hears that you're always, I give my left nut. Here's what it is. When you look at a man's nuts, that right nut is swinging, right? It's hanging low. It's got some swagger. It knows it's not going anywhere, right? But their left nut is like scared up in the corner because it knows if this asshole wants anything bad enough, he's just gonna snip him loose. So the next time you're with a fella and you're looking at his nuts, I want you to just gently take your left hand and just go to the left and just give it a little bounce first, just a little bounce. And then just start to coax it down and let him know it's okay to come down and join his brother. And fellas, later on, when you're getting your nuts tugged, you remember Jen Kober did that for you. That was me. I am making this happen. I do want to remind everybody that my download card makes a wonderful gift. It's a lovely stocking stuffer. It's my DVD and 2 CDs. It's like 3 hours of me. You need to be fucking ready. But it is 3 hours of me. And if you're taking any car trips this season with children, you pop in my CD and those children shut the fuck up. I will tell you that right now. They want to hear every word I have to say. So pick one up. It's available on my website, jenkober.com. I'm happy to accept your cash, checks, credit cards, little bags of oregano, left nuts, whatever you're working with. Come on down and pick up a DVD card for your friends. Merry Christmas.
Jen Kober, everybody. Tip jar is open. Top left. You can Venmo, you can PayPal, sdscshow.com, or you can always send in those super chats on the YouTube. Jen, do you think that's why every man in the South hates the left? Is that what that's about?
It must be. It must be.
Hold on, I like that. I would have kept all the dicks in Pringle cans. That would have been me. I'd have put them in Pringle cans. But
Pringle.
Oh, look at. Thinks a lot of himself over here.
Yeah.
No, those little ones you get at the gas station, Tyler, not the tall ones. I'm not a crazy person. I'm saying that.
Got a little self-conscious there.
But you can't get very many into that. You're going to have to stack them, and they're not hard. They're the squishy ones, because they're dead. So maybe the rigor mortis sets in. I really don't know. I am not the one to talk to about dicks. My dick is always hard. So I don't know.
Well, enough balls you could make click clacks too. That'd be kind of cool. Those things on your desk where like tink.
Have you ever seen those trucks down south where they have a ball sack hanging from the truck?
Oh yeah, the truck nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, truck nuts. Yeah, that always makes me laugh when I go home.
Pick a peck of pepper penis. I can't get it.
Pick a peck of pickled peppers.
Peckers. Oh, there goes peckers. There we go. I knew we'd have it somewhere. I knew I'd get.
Yeah, there it is.
Tyler, you got any pickled penis jokes? You got any pickled penis
I assumed all the guys were named Mason, and if they were Mason.
I mean, so like, what was he doing with these dicks? Did you read the whole article or just forward it on?
I'm still stuck on that.
It was literally just, like some people like a trophy from others, and he was working in the morgue, and I would have thought like a lock of hair. Right? A lock of hair. That's a nice little souvenir. Like this person was stabbed. This person was shot. This person got run over by a truck. Like whatever you could have the little lock of hair with like a little index card of how it went. But once you start cutting off dicks, now I don't know what's happening.
Were the jars labeled? Do we know whose dick was whose? And did he tell?
No, they were not. They were not labeled. That was the problem. Was they were gonna have to spend a lot of time.
That was the problem.
Dick.
Now, what's good is if you cut a dick in half, you can count the rings and see how old a guy is. So that's a good place to start. Right. So he's got 35 rings. He's a 35-year-old. It's just if you got the dick, you can date a guy.
I do wonder though. how did they eventually figure out that the corpses were missing dicks? Did someone else go looking and go, oh my
that
God?
is not what happened. They didn't see that the corpses were missing dicks. They raided this guy's house for like something. They thought he was pulling parts off the body. What they were going to find, and what they found were dicks. They thought he was like perhaps I guess selling kidneys or organs and things like that. Legs.
Oh no, he was just collecting
Turns
dicks.
out
You're not allowed to take any part. Nothing.
Well,
Just,
right,
just
with-
more big
without-
government interference.
Yes.
Morgue.
So
Morgue fucking with you.
they didn't know what they were going to find, but what they found.
I bet they wished it would have been spleens.
3,000
I'll tell you
penis.
that much.
They found him making a bathtub full of dick meth.
I want you to think about, even if you had 3,000 pickles in your house, how many jars of pickles that would be, and then imagine that instead it's dicks. That's all I'm saying. That's where we are in the math of this.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. I'm
3,000 penises and 4 skins.
Yes!
Oh.
That was good. That was good.
All right, I've got some
that
tips.
was a long way to go for something.
you.
Okay, here we
Oh,
go.
you got some tips.
Speaking of,
This is
Speaking
just
of.
the tip of the story.
Cassie Nowlin sent you $20 to help start your collection.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tam tipped and said, "New threat. Don't make me put your pecker in a pickle jar."
I like that one.
yeah,
It's a classic.
that's also said by Southern women. That's a very often heard statement. Yeah.
Let's see. Dana and Berman tipped you and said, "Great set." We had Wendy tip and said, "I fucking love you. I think men can't tell left from right. They want to give up their left nut, but they always go for the right boob. They think that's the same side."
Well, I know my left from my right, so whenever you decide to leave men, you come on over here, sweetheart.
Come visit Miss Giraffe over there.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. Jack tipped you and said, "It's the left nut because we have two. Once we give one away, the other one becomes the one that's left."
Ah. So they're both the left nut once you lose one. I get it.
Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Steph Andrews sent you $10. "I'm now even more scared to go to Texas." Amazing stuff.
As you should be.
Wait, does Steph know that Seattle isn't in Texas? Okay. Just checking.
But Paris is. But Paris
There's a
is.
Paris.
Yes.
There's a Paris,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
It's true. Brad Clark sent you $10 and said, "In the South, we are so right wing that we don't even want left nuts."
That's right. That is right.
Brad Campbell sent you $5 in lieu of a left nut.
Thank you.
Let's see. We also had Frankie Berman. "Tyler should make a chart on the missing penises." Is that something?
I like how an awkward silence just fell over everyone.
I'm looking through my charts here.
Yeah, you don't want a pie graph. You want more of a.
Okay, and then last chance for everybody to start finish sending in those topics. So here are some of them. Actually, let me see. We've got a general first. Yeah, so front row Steve, "For the whole gang, we just landed in Vancouver to see Ben for 3 nights. So sad we missed half the show. What with Gooch in the house and Jody back amongst us and Jen. We love you guys." So that's awesome.
Aw. Hi, guys.
If you missed my set, it went great. Don't watch it
Not
back.
rewind, Steve. Just know that it went great.
All right, so these are the topics. So Jen and Tyler, just remember your favorite one. We're all going to pick one, and then the fans vote on them, and we choose like the top couple to talk about. So these are the topics. We've got, what's the biggest lie that you've ever had to tell and why? Oh wait, I think this was a general. Oops, Frankie Berman. "Interesting fact about Utah: instead of mom and pop stores, they have mom and mom and mom and mom and mom pop stores." Sorry, Frankie.
That's
Rebecca, things to eat after a night on the piss.
That means drunk, y'all. That means drunk.
It does.
I learned that from that Chumbawamba song.
I get blacked out, but I get up again, but not until 4 o'clock. I get blacked out. Okay, anyway.
She also had favorite pasta dishes as a topic. Anna D, describe the worst photo of yourself and how it came to be.
Ooh,
Tam,
Now, is that one of the ones that's already automatically in because it's Anna's?
no, these are ones that we're going to vote on.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait, yes, yeah, it is. That's one. Sorry. That's from Anna B. So, describe the worst photo. That's automatically in the
That's
running.
automatic. So don't vote on that one. That's automatically in. All right.
Good call. Tam, most annoying sounds. Steph, best travel stories. Megan, weirdest fights that you've ever seen or been in. She also had favorite gifts that you've given. Angela, strangest thing you've ever found. Patrick.
3,000 penises.
Patrick had best and worst breakup story. Anna D had a gift that you wish that you hadn't been given or that you hadn't given. All right. Let me see.
I mean, I feel like the only answer to that is herpes, but whatever.
Some of us haven't.
Well, I didn't
given
wrap
herpes.
it. Was I supposed to wrap it? I didn't know it was a gift.
Yeah, you're supposed to wrap it before.
Are you giving that to people, Jody? Stop
No,
it.
no, I'm just saying, you know.
I don't see them as people.
Really, 1 in 3 people
herpes
around
the
us.
herpes is the only gift you give when you don't wrap something.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Is that in your motivational quotes book?
Yes.
You should make that. You should put that on a poster.
I have to
As
give
a
the gift
lesbian,
wrap
I
at
had
the
to
mall.
really
Right.
think hard about that. I
Just
was
wait, right. Just put it on a poster with 3,000 penises in jars.
What I want to know is, did he eat the 3,000 pickles?
Well, I mean,
I just hope he didn't make a mistake.
I just hope he didn't steal 4,000 penises and those are the ones he had left. That's what I'm.
All right, and then worst hotel stories from Steph and why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So, Bowers, which one do you want to choose?
I'm either going to go with. I'm going to go with fights, fun fight stories. I've got a fun fight story I can tell.
Okay. I'll go with the worst breakup story from Patrick.
Okay. Tyler.
I guess I'll go favorite pasta.
Okay.
I'll come up with a good story about that, I guess.
Feels very on brand. Very on brand.
Jody.
I'm gonna go with most annoying sounds.
Okay.
Jen.
Well, now I have to pick one of the ones y'all picked.
Yeah, you got, one of the new ones. You got lie,
No,
drunk,
pick something else.
lie, drunk food, bad gift, or hotel stories.
I mean, I have something for fucking everything because
I know
I've
you
lived
do.
I've lived a wonderful life. It's been
There's
I'm gonna go with Jody and the sounds.
Oh, you got to put a different one. So lie, drunk food, pasta,
Oh,
breakup.
I have to pick a different one?
Yes.
Yeah. and then
Oh,
we
I
vote.
see what's happening. Then I'll go with travel story.
Perfect. Hotel story. Got it.
And we've got one more spot left, and Wendy's going to tell us hers, so we'll vote on it. Another one, too. So the first 4, let's see, the charity, picture, fight, and breakup story. And then Wendy's topic was strangest thing you've kept from a former partner.
Penis.
Say her last name.
Charity.
Everyone in the front row, make sure to get your votes in. Or else I won't do anything about it.
Taylor, do you need me to text you the other 4?
Nope, I got them.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. So let's see. So far, YouTube, the charity is tied with worst picture of yourself, and in a landslide front row, worst breakup story.
Yeah, and I don't know what you're saying. Worst breakup story is 50% on YouTube. Almost 50%.
Is it now? It was 21%. Oh no, yeah. I just can't read. So worst breakup story wins in a landslide. So Patrick, congratulations, you're the winner for today. For the topic.
And it looks like a lot of people aren't getting the polls or don't know how to access the polls.
There's going to be 3 people who haven't voted. Are you guys on mobile?
At all.
Are you on mobile? Maybe that's it?
No, yeah, I think it's on the phone.
Well, what's second place? Do we have any? What's the second place?
What is this? The Earth after global warming with no poles? Is that anything?
Oh, the polls will still be there.
Second place is fight story.
Fight, kiss.
So like
kiss.
a fight that you've witnessed or something like that. Okay, so you can take that poll down. So let's start talking about the worst breakup.
Who's picked?
I did, and I was like struggling to think of one. The only thing I can I've had some bad ones, but I was leaving a comedy. Oh, this is so bad. I was really into comedy when I was a kid, right? Watching it, but not performing. And leaving one of the Cincinnati Brouhaha Festival, having a great time, seeing old friends. And my partner at the time, husband, was miserable, got drunk, like made us leave early because he was not having a good time. And something in that moment just broke me. So as we're driving, I'm sober and we're just driving. I'm very calm. I'm like, I'm leaving you. And that's how I told him I left, and I moved out the next day.
Well, there you go. Hey, when you know, you know. I mean, so
apparently, yeah, comedy and me. If it doesn't work out, I'm done. So yeah, not great.
There you go. I had one. I was dating this girl very shortly. I didn't date her very long, and she So finally, I'm breaking up with her, and she's like, "Are you breaking up with me?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Why? Why are you breaking up with me?" I'm like, look, if you want me to tell you, I'll tell you the things I don't like about you. I don't think it's going to help you any, but I'll be honest if you really want to be honest. She's like, tell me. I'm like, all right, you kiss your dog on the mouth way too much. Like his tongue's in your mouth. That's weird for me. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Yeah, right. And you name drop constantly, which bothers me. And then, there was one more thing. Talk for a second so I can hear it. And she says, I did not wear a $3,000 dress to get broken up with. And I go, there it is. You say prices all the time.
Wait, are you talking about Ben or an ex-girlfriend?
It was an ex-girlfriend. I was a little drunk and I said, talk for a second so I could hear it. And then her first word, I'm like, there it is. She was not happy. That was not cool. Tyler, you got a breakup story?
I want to hear more about this dog. No, I don't have that many. I've dated my fair share of women in the day, which if 51% of the population is female is less than one woman, that would be my fair share. I don't.
So you got the wife. You never broke up with anybody. You ever had a friend break up with you?
Broke up with people, but nothing worth telling here. I don't think. I don't know.
Okay. And by the way, what your jokes are what is worth telling, I can't imagine how bad these are. All right, Jody, do you have a breakup?
Or maybe she's dead. I mean, maybe he killed her. Maybe he's like, I literally can't say it on here or I'll get arrested. Oh God, I got terrible breakup stories. I'll just say this. I've got 2 words. Well, 3 actually. Multiple restraining orders. Yeah,
okay. Not to be a dick, but who had the restraint? Like, were you restrained or were you getting restrained?
Oh God, no. No. Yeah, no, not me. I was someone else.
But
but
pulling
also
people's hair at bars and just
no. Yeah, and not just any bar. It was like the bar in New, like it was the worst place possible. Anyway, and I also one time. I don't know. I was dating this guy that lived out of state. And then I was kind of also like dating this dude that lived here. And I went and picked the one that lived out of state up from the airport and brought him back to my apartment to hang out with me and the other dude. And then I just wondered like why it didn't go well. And that was, that was a really bad way to end things.
Did you break up with him simultaneously?
No, I just like didn't think the other person would say anything, and then it just got really awkward when they did. It was a
you were like,
choice.
all right, you guys divvy up the workload. I don't care who gets what. But there's 2 of you,
I don't even know what I was thinking.
I'll be in the other room.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Where I was like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But anyway, it didn't go well.
Jen, do you have a breakup story?
I do. So, I've known this girl like forever, like since I was a kid. I was super.
Wait, you're a lesbian?
I know, right? And I did the hat not give it away? So and we had been together, just a long time, and she picked me up from the airport and brought me back to her apartment with this other guy, and I was like, what? Nothing. You guys aren't getting this.
Oh, so was it Jody? Okay.
So, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. If y'all need a fucking minute to...
I was responding to something in the chat. I'm an asshole.
Fine. I don't need to.
That's it. Did we just break up, Jen? Did we just break up?
We did. I think this is. I feel like
Now you know what it's like to do my comedy.
I'm about to call an Olsen twin is what I'm about to do.
Holy shit.
Don't worry, they won't show up.
Nice.
I just want to feed them. I'm not even attracted to them. I just want to feed them.
Our next topic, fights. So this one was from Megan. Fights that you've been in or fights that you've witnessed? Who chose this one?
I picked fights though, right? Yeah, that was mine.
Yeah.
I picked.
Okay, about.
I just told the story the other day. It was one of my favorite. I've not been in a lot of fights as a person. That's not really what I do. But one time we were at a bar. It was my buddy's birthday. It was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's like the biggest bar night of the year because everybody comes home for for Thanksgiving for the holidays, and they like go out with their high school buddies. But now they can drink. Every 21-year-old, that's their whatever. So it's just packed with college kids, and we're like I'm 40 probably. And at one point I had a button-down shirt that had a snap at the top button, but the rest of them were buttons. And my friend, she saw it was snap, and she thought they were all snaps, so she just went behind me and tore my shirt open and just popped all the buttons off my shirt. So now I have no buttons on my shirt. I'm a 40-year-old fat guy. My gut's just hanging out. I'm like, fuck. So I go and I get paper clips, and I just clip them on my shirt, and I just twist them. So now I have like bag twist ties. I look like a fucking moron. Anyway, so we're in this bar, and my buddy's getting shots, and this guy next to him's like, fucking wait on me, to the bartender. And my buddy goes, hey, calm down. And I'm getting shots on my birthday. It'll be fine. And then when he turns around, this kid just pushes him in the back as hard as he can, and he spills all the drinks all over Chrissy and all of our friends. And so I just punch this kid in the face as hard as I fucking can, right? Well, I go to this bar, and he doesn't see me. It knocks him down, and I fall over too. And then now he wants to fight me. But the bouncers know me. I go to this bar every night. This kid's his first night ever from college. So they just throw him the fuck out, and they just let me buy more shots, even though I'm the guy who punched him. Fuck that, right? So then the rest of the night, I can see out the bar, he's just pacing in the alley, just waiting, right? And so there's like a fucking deputy sheriff. I'm like, this guy wants to beat me up. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll help you. But there's like a paddy wagon sitting there because it's Thanksgiving and it's going to be a big party night. And he's just standing in the front of the van so you can't see him. And this guy's like pacing. I walk out the back door and he goes, you! And I go, bring it, bro. And he just fucking charges at me. And this cop steps out, closes lines the motherfucker, handcuffs him, throws him in the paddy wagon, takes him away. So this bitch missed fucking Thanksgiving because this fat old fuck with fucking twist ties on his shirt punched him in the face in the middle.
Oh.
That's a Bauer story if I've ever heard one.
I don't hear.
Jen, do you have a fight story that you've witnessed or been in?
Well, I once watched a man fighting with a bird. He was drunk. He was drunk, and he was punching. He knocked himself down a couple of times, but he never made contact.
What kind of bird?
Just, like what are the birds in the park? Pigeons? Or just a fucking
like not an ostrich, not like a full size bird.
No, not like there was an emu and it
This shit was wild. Dude got clawed to death.
It was just
in the middle of the
drunk guy in the park, like, come here, screaming all of his, like Yosemite Sam, I'm north, west, east, and south of the Pecos. Like, just, upset. And it always, nice. I love to see people on substances get upset. as long as they don't have a weapon.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just watching them sort of melt down and do it on their own.
I think it was his homing pigeon that hadn't like getting his message out. Like he was pissed.
I don't know what the bird said to him. I don't speak bird, but clearly there
Well,
was
I mean, we
some
know that birds aren't real, so
Exactly. They
they're all robots.
charge on power
so
lines.
it was, yeah.
I get it. So it was.
Bobby's a bitch. Bobby's a bitch. I'll fucking get the shit out of you. Tyler, you ever seen a fight?
Yeah. I was at the comedy club in Lexington, and I was the MC for the night. And I went up, I did my thing, I brought the feature up. Then during the headliner set, they had to kick somebody out because they were laughing. They kicked them out of a comedy club for laughing, but they were being unruly. And so the door guy is like an ex-police officer, and so he goes in there and he's trying to get this guy out. This guy's being like very difficult, so he uses probably more force than he needed to drag this drunk guy out. And he looks at me, he's like, Tyler, I might need your help with this guy. And I was like, you could not have picked worse backup, but yeah, I guess I'll stand there. And so he's like shoving this guy out the door, and the guy's screaming about how he's not going to leave, and he was just laughing, wasn't doing anything. And he looks past I guess you can see in my eyes that I don't want to fight at all. He looks past the guy as he's getting shoved in the chest, and he looks at me and goes, hey man, you were pretty good.
I thought you were going to long snap him out of the parking lot. I thought that was the end of this story. That was your one skill. If he's on the ground, you can get him out of there. Jody, you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, most of my fight stories aren't really funny, or the statute of limitations isn't up. But
You ever fight a bird? You ever fight a bird?
I mean, yes. No, I actually, I remember one time I was out somewhere and this drunk dude at a bar, the start of every good fight story, this drunk dude at a bar, like they were going to remove him and he just started grabbing everything he could as he passed by, like tablecloths and fucking bottles.
Like Steve Martin and the Jerk?
Yeah, I'm getting a yes, that's all I need. It's this
no, but they were
tablecloth.
they trying to grab him, and so he was just desperately grabbing out for whatever he could and like dragging people's tablecloths with him, and the stanchion, like the little thing at the, like he grabbed that and tried to take it with him. But as they were carrying him out the door, they got his bottom half and he just gripped onto the sides of the door, right? Like a child, okay? And the dudes were behind him, so the only people that were left were like the patrons and like the female waitresses, and so they didn't want to like grab him, but nobody else was like gonna get him. It was just like watching a toddler being like dragged to a bath or something, and you were just like, and there's in this just fucking trail of chaos behind him, right? Just like everywhere, and you were just like, what the fuck are you doing? You know? And that guy was me. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't me.
The best I ever saw a drunk guy react to a bouncer once. There was a drunk guy getting thrown out, and the bouncer's got him on the curb, like choking him out like this. And the guy goes, I guess you think you're a pretty big man, don't you? I'm like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
It's a flesh wound. It's a flesh wound. I'm fine.
Rach.
I don't have any fight stories, so next topic.
All right.
It was
You think you're a pretty big man.
Other than hitting your brother in the head with a rock and throwing him off a cliff, but you know that's.
That wasn't fight. That was just in pure fun. That was just. Well, that was. Strangest thing that you've kept from an ex, and that was from Wendy.
This is where you made the herpes joke, Jody.
Yes. And Cass said, "Is Jody Sweeten from Full House gifting people herpes?"
No, Jesus Christ, no, I'm sorry. And again, I only heard I heard something, and I was half paying attention, and I heard like the worst gift you ever got, and that was why I said that. And now it's come back.
Jody, I've always
bite
said
me in the ass again.
Herpes always
Just
comes
like
back to bite you in the ass.
Right.
That's what herpes does.
Hey,
right? Herpes and glitter, which is why glitter is the herpes of the craft world. Just when you think it's gone, it comes back again.
I've always said.
I don't know.
Once you have bad credit and herpes, you're truly free. Life has no more sticks. What are you gonna do?
Right? And really a truly American.
Yeah. What's the weirdest? So, Todd, who picked? Did anybody pick this one, or was this a
And there was one that I think was the last one that came in.
Tyler, where's the weirdest thing you ever kept from an ex? Or
I've got a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
No, we're still. It's not from an ex. It's from my current wife. But yeah, we did keep him. We still have him.
Oh, I've got one. His virginity. There we go. His virginity.
Nice. My first wife. One time I was going through the nightstand cleaning or doing something. I wasn't snooping. I was just cleaning, and I found there were 5 wedding rings in there. I'm like, this is male wedding rings. I'm like, this is an interesting thing to keep. I don't know where she got these, but all right, well.
Oh my.
I don't know if that was a trophy from fucking married guys or what was going on there, or she'd killed some people, but regardless, I'm like, there's 5
It was a
wedding
trophy
rings.
from fucking married guys and then killing them. It's just
Yeah,
one. It's a
you know.
longer sentence. is
The
what
fact
it
that I
is.
got out of that one alive is surprising to me, to be honest. I thought I would have been one of those wedding rings for sure. But Jen, you ever kept anything from an ex?
I randomly find underwear all over my house, and I'm constantly sending 2 or 3 different girls like, did you leave some black underwear here? And they're like, and you know, some of them are like, no, those are clearly someone else's. Stop sending me, like they think I'm being passive aggressive, but really they're clearly like this big. They ain't fucking mine. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just trying to get your drawers back to you because I know how important your favorite pair of underwear can be, and I'm gonna assume you wore something to my house that you like. So I want to get it back to you if it's a, you know, it's a good pair of underwear.
You know what, Jen? You just had me come full circle because, like, I was like, why would you text? Oh, yeah, that all makes sense. I would want that back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I
Did you
want
get one of
to
the
ask.
texts?
And then if somebody comes over here to get with me, and I've just got a drawer of random fucking girls' panties, that don't make me look good either. I gotta get rid of this shit.
Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Well, I just leave it. I live in Santa Monica. I just leave it in the alley. Somebody likes it. Somebody that needs it.
By the way, I'm pretty sure you can get. I'm just spitballing here, but I bet a pair of used women's underwear, $120 on the internet minimum.
Yeah.
You can fucking sell that.
At
shit
least.
forever. Easy.
Have you been on the internet?
Yeah,
I don't
$120
know.
minimum.
If it's not on Amazon or Goldbelly, I don't fucking know what it is.
Right.
That's the only
Yeah.
2 websites. I go
That's
to.
probably like a Craigslist ad. You could make like $1,200. No joke.
I mean,
Oh,
they didn't-
nice. Oh my
Not
God.
of one pair. I mean, you're selling it as a lot.
in bulk.
That's what I
okay.
meant.
I thought we were talking about. I mean, Jodie Sweet underwear might go for $1,200. I'm saying random girl underwear is probably $150. I would imagine.
No, I was saying if she wanted to just get rid of all of it and be like, here's just a lot of various used women's
Like a grab bag of sorts.
Right. Like it's very,
Yes.
you know,
Good,
miscellaneous sizes.
Grab them by the pussy bag right there.
Right.
I can
Good
sell
job,
And then
Bowers
she
tossing
writes, and
the,
then she writes an ode to it.
Yeah,
That's
there you
right.
go. It's more a puss-pourri, if you will. A
speak
puss-pourri.
my ode to it. I sing. I serenade the panties for an extra $50.
Bowers, that was a good job tagging I imagine on the end when you were like, you can get almost exactly $150, $162. I imagine. I want to give away that I'm paying.
Chrissy doesn't tell me
for these.
exactly what she gets for underwear, but I know that she sells them for money. I don't know how much it is. I don't try to pry. I'm not overbearing. I'm not that guy.
Because some of them are not even clean. You know what I mean?
So that'll go
You
for
don't
more.
want to
You
Yeah.
could charge, you
They
could
were
charge
smart.
more for that, I'm sure.
The dirtier, the more money they.
I like that.
I hate all of this.
But maybe it's a good time to move on to memes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Do we have
So
one
let's
more?
go to some of the comments that came in
Okay.
during some of these stories.
Perfect.
Bill Thompson said, breakup stories, all right. I was taking my ex to LA, all expenses paid. Her mom booked the time off work for her, and it was all this big surprise. I was about to tell her we were going in 2 months, but she said, we have to have a talk, dump me, because she said we never do anything. So I told her to tell work that she won't need the time off, and then I just spent 3 weeks in Japan visiting onsens and having a blast.
Nice.
Wow. Broke up because we never go anywhere. And
Say-
that's like a gift of the Magi story is what that is.
Shaved my head to get some combs.
And then Wendy said, my breakup story, my ex-husband ended it by telling me that he only feels comfortable alone, doesn't think he's ever loved anyone or felt love. On the Sunday before Thanksgiving, 3 days after ankle surgery, they left me unable to put weight on my foot for the next 6 weeks.
Well, at least you know it wasn't you.
Yeah, that's the good news, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was that dickhead, not you. Chin up.
Right.
It's not you. I don't feel comfortable around anyone. Only by
It's
myself.
not you. I'm a sociopath.
Yeah, Brian Mood is a great joke where he goes, it's way worse when someone breaks up with you for nobody. You're like, oh, you're breaking up? Oh, you found the love of your life? No? You're leaving me for nobody. You're just going to roll the dice on being alone forever. Okay. Cool. That hurts way more.
Okay, and yeah, so let's do the memes and the pictures today.
All right. So
Alrighty.
everybody gets a vote. Just figure out which one you like.
So, yep, we choose our favorite meme.
How do I have to see it?
Oh, look.
Taylor's gonna.
I got it. So here's a Venn diagram of losing weight and being cold.
I love it.
Like that.
Powers is in the middle, I see.
Having that with Jonathan.
Next one. Privilege plane.
Private?
Oh, private.
He's been hanging out with you too long, Rach. No.
I want a privilege plane though. That's what all private planes are.
I mean, it's the
anyway.
same, one and the same, really.
Exactly.
A privileged plane, a private plane.
I'll give you this for that plane, and it's. I'm assuming.
Looks like a nut. I would guess
Oh,
a
left
left
nut.
nut
There we go.
because of the crotchal region.
Blood on it.
Oh, yeah.
There's blood on it.
Just ripped it off.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Fair.
A volume of Tam's size, quality of jokes.
I like this one. And I what I appreciate about that joke is that the quality of jokes is never above 50%. We're never getting a really good joke.
Yeah. You started at 50 and go down from there.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Missed one.
How's everyone outside the U.S. looks at the map? And then we have time it takes to explain the pun. Audience groans. That's what we call linear.
That's a pretty solid one. It's really solid.
I think that's the last one I had. Well, there might be more because people like to send them in the last second. Oh, look, the last second one. Hold on, 2 seconds.
No worries.
Put that in the folder.
1, 2.
There it is. Okay, how much I enjoyed the show? A lot, or a lot in red. Fantastic. I should be able to. Here we go. Jokes. Let me see if that was the last one. That it is. That it is.
All right. I really like that dad joke, uncle joke one, but I would go with the grown. I'm gonna go with the Tam Sai. The Tam Sai was my favorite because it starts at 50%. That's the Tam Sai is my favorite. Jen, what was your favorite?
I like the one about the pie chart of enjoying the show with a lot and then a lot in red.
Tyler.
I'm also going to go with the Tam size because it works on the 2 levels.
Jody.
I'm going with Tam's size. Not Tam's size, but Tam's size.
Tam Size would also be
no-
a good name for an album. Chris Bowers, Tam Size. That is Rach.
I was gonna give it to the pie chart of the a lot until Tyler explained that the Tam size joke starts at 50%, and then that had me. So congratulations, Tam size meme. Was that Tam or was that somebody else?
I believe that was Tam.
That was me.
Tam, congratulations! You're the meme winner for today.
Won the game on Friday, wins the meme game today. It's two in a row.
All right.
Woohoo, thank you.
And my favorite comment from today comes from Billy Thompson because he dodged a bullet. So congrats, Billy. You the comment winner from today. So Patrick, Bill Thompson, and Tam, you all get topics for next week or Wednesday the week after that because we're off next week, right, for Christmas.
Yeah.
That works. All right, cool. Well, let's plug some stuff. Jen, what you got coming up? What we got going?
I am about to start work on a new sitcom. I just got a job, thank you, Jesus. When I can tell you about it, I will. Meantime, I got live shows. Come see it. Buy yourself a little download card while you can still get them for Christmas at jenkober.com.
Very cool. We'll see you next time, Jen. Thank you so much. Tyler, what you got coming up?
If you work for some company in Glendale, I'm doing your Christmas party on Friday. I don't know. Don't get excited about that. And then Wednesday, I'm going to read this so I get it right. Wednesday, December 22nd at 8 Eastern. There are some people I went to college with that have a band. They do a live stream every Christmas and raise donations for the God's Pantry food pantry in Lexington, Kentucky. And so I will be doing a live version of my podcast, Crime and Punishment, on in the middle of that. So you'll hear some music. You'll get to see a live Crime and Punishment, more music. And then if you don't want to watch that, you can subscribe to Crime and Punishment and get that episode the next day. And also some other ones sometimes. I don't want to promise when they drop. We don't know. A lot of pressure.
Under promise, over deliver. There you go.
That's what under deliver. That's what I do. Under promise, under deliver.
Jody, what you got coming up?
You can always check out my podcast, Never Thought I'd Say This, which is a really inappropriate and fucked up look at parenting along with my best friend, Celia Behar. What else am I doing? I think for the next few weeks, I'm trying to do kind of as little as possible. But should that change, I will let you guys know. Just trying to enjoy the holidays after work. So
awesome. Well, as for me, that's at Bowers Comedy. You can follow me. That stuff, really all that stuff now is ads for my Patreon, which is where all my social media is, which is patreon.com/Bowers Comedy. It's fun content. We got the relationship repairman stuff up there and do some fun lens stuff and all that kind of stuff. So join my Patreon. That'd be a nice little Christmas gift for me. And then also we have Origin Stories tonight. We're a new time. We're going to actually push it since Steve is doing his run through. So we're going to watch Steve's run through of his new special. And then anybody who wants to come check out Origins, what are we starting at 7:30? What time are we starting?
6:30 p.m. Pacific.
6:30 Pacific with Leedy Corbin as our guest today on Origins. So come check that out. You can PayPal us at, Venmo for tickets, Rock Hard Rachel. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so Venmo at Rock Hard Rachel or PayPal the show and with your email address, and we'll send you tickets. Also, you can do that for Steve's origin story next week, or I'm sorry, on January 5th.
And you can also join the Patreon for Origin Stories as well. And next week, I'm in Indianapolis from December 21st to the 25th. So if you're in Indy, hit me up. The 22nd, I'm at Helium. So if you're not watching Gooch's show, come to Helium and check that out. 8 p.m. on the 22nd, Rachel.
And I'll plug, so Friday this week, we've got Katrina Davis as the guest host. So make sure you get front row tickets for that. Kev and I will do the Newlywed Game. We also have, so the only show next week is going to be the monthly spectacular with Ben and Steve, and we've got Walter Masterson as the guest, and Rel Battle is the host, or as the comic, and that will be on Tuesday, the 21st at 3 p.m. Pacific. Again, it's a Patreon-only show, so if you're on the Patreon level, then you're able to get tickets through Venmo or PayPal. So
you can watch the show on YouTube, but if you want to be in the front row, you have to be a Patreon. And I'm going to do Acid that morning and then hopefully be ready for the show by that time. I'm doing that. You're going to pick me up at 9 a.m. in the morning, and then by 6 p.m. I should be good.
Macro dosing. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So come check that out. If you saw me when we had the guy from Pedro from the.
That was funny.
That was an episode where I was not good there either. So come check that out on the big monthly show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a great time.
And you know what, Night King? Let's do a Night King game. You'll be throwing in those memes for the show from today. But then also, why don't we do the best dad joke / uncle joke for porn video names? So give us those for the Night King.
I don't know if you want to advertise it as the dad porn.
Oh, you know what I mean.
I might workshop the name.
I didn't want to, Uncle Porn's worse, honestly. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to get into it. But anyway,
give us puns. How about porn name puns?
There you go. Porny puns. Porny puns.
Porny puns.
Here I come. Okay.
That's it. Fuck you all. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.